Hey, hey, boom, 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 boom. Hey everyone, this is Brianna Javon with another episode of Real Talk with Bree. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been getting great feedback, positive vibes from people who's been watching, saying that you guys love the topics that I discuss, and just this platform period. So thank you guys so much for your support. Before we get started, I do have some announcements. Boom, boom. Announcements that I do want to discuss is, for one, March, I am going to launch my online course. Many people have been asking me about the equipment, my journey as a podcaster, being the sole producer, and things of that nature. So with that online course, I'll be sharing my tidbits and resources with you guys. From talking about the different equipment options, from actually using that equipment to record your first episode. From there, we're going to talk about different hosting sites, what fits you for where you are on your podcast. And then from there, we're going to actually launch it. Of course, if you want to use it as a sample just to get through the podcast, that's fine. You can always delete it. But our goal is, by the end of the online course, you will be able to launch your podcast, have everything together, and we're going to go ahead and actually issue it out to all the podcast directories, for example, iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. And so I'm excited. I'll be right there with you with your journey, and we're going to make it happen. So if you're interested, hit me up. I am going to be sending out emails just to let you guys know what the final details are and things of that nature for us to get started in March. So hit me up if you're interested in that online course. Moving forward, that's about it. What's Good Podcast, I am about to hit a major milestone. I won't talk about it right now, but just please continue to share it. Continue to let people know about it. Share the wealth about What's Good Podcast. Please. As soon as I do hit this goal, I will let you guys know. I am excited about it, but hopefully I can hit this goal as soon as possible. So please share it with people. Continue to listen. What's Good Podcast is here, and that's my baby, right? So I'm super excited about it. Anyway, let's get into it. So if you do follow me on Instagram, I had put out a discussion, not a poll, but just for you guys to put out some topics, throw some things out there for me to discuss tonight. So the one that I chose that really resonated with me is, what ways do you protect your peace? The homegirl, Rosetta, shout out to Rosetta, she's the one that actually sent over this particular topic. Please follow her at The Rose Journey. TheRoseJorney. But this is the one that she sent over to me, so that's what our discussion is today. Again, what ways do you protect your peace? And so let's go ahead and get into it, right? The reason I would say that one hits me hard is because I think that is something that I do every day. For an example, as far as protecting my peace, I don't listen to the rap music nowadays. I don't know what they're talking about. Certain times it's always about shooting people and killing people and selling drugs and all that other stuff. I'm tired of hearing the same thing. Even with the mumbling situation, I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't want to have that fed to my spirit. And so I'm just being very conscious with the music, of the intake of music that I listen to nowadays. For the most part, I listen to 105.7 because of situations like that. I used to be the person that's always listening to music, listening to what the newest jams are and things like that. But now I'm growing up, it's like you got to be careful on what you allow in your spirit and in your peace. And so no, I don't listen to the music now. I don't. Some people be like, Bree, what's new out there? Because I was that person. I'm like, no, I don't know now. Even when I go to clubs and bars, they be playing songs and people like, hey, I'm like, I don't know what that is. But the reason for that example, as far as music, is because, like I mentioned, if it's not spilling out any positivity, if it's not spilling out, women empowerment, we out here supporting each other, I'm not going to be the one to listen to it. Sorry. I know with my jazz and my blues and my R&B, yes, love songs and stuff like that, and sometimes it's about a heartbreak. But I can take that any day versus me turning on a video with Young Thug sniffing up cocaine. I don't have to have it. And so it's nothing against nobody else. It's just me going back to that topic, protecting my peace. Another way that I protect my peace is veering away slowly but surely from reality TV. If you know me, I love reality TV only because I don't have any mess in my life, so I like watching other people's mess. And so I have cut down on some of it. Like I don't do Love and Hip Hop Miami. I think that's a lot, but it's gonna be hard for me to get away from New York and Atlanta. But that's another way where I protect my peace. I watch what I'm protective of the things that I watch, and I'm very protective with the things that I listen to. I don't talk about this often because I've been laughed at and kind of hurt my feelings, but I can't watch movies that have drugs in them. And this is me just opening up to you guys. Since I was a little girl, for some reason, watching New Jack City and things like that, it has always troubled me. And I feel like I'm getting teary eyed just thinking about it right now. I don't know, it's just really bothersome. Some people like, you may need to go talk to somebody about that, Brie. And I feel like it goes back to me protecting my peace. Like, it's hard to see stuff like that. I don't understand why people like seeing stuff like that. I don't know, for me, it's like, what brought you to that moment? Where's your family? Where's your friends? Where's your support system? But we don't know everybody's story, right? I think for me, it's just sad to see stuff like that. And then when they put out movies like that, it's majority Black people on the drugs. I'm like, God, dog, why is it showing it like this? And so, I mean, sometimes it may be like a good ending, it's a good story and things like that, but it's just hard for me to watch it. So if it's a good movie, I may just close my eyes during those particular parts. But sometimes, they do have good endings. I just can't necessarily watch it. I know New Jack City has the best quotes. People always quote it. I can tell y'all right now, I have not seen that movie from beginning to end. Because I've tried to, get over this me watching people do drugs and movies and stuff like that, but I just can't get through New Jack City. So that's another way of me protecting my peace, is me, being mindful of things that I watch, being mindful of the things that I listen to, and the things that you entertain. Certain conversations, you don't have to be involved. Let's say if somebody's having a conversation about Trump and it's getting riled up and things like that, I just don't have to be involved. I mean, yeah, it's probably a situation where it's like a good debate and things like that. But if it start getting rowdy, I will walk away. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. We're gonna agree to disagree, and we just gonna walk away from it. You don't have to be involved with everybody's conversation. Even if somebody's calling you and they're trying to gossip and things like that, you don't have to entertain that. Let's change the subject, girl. What she been up to? Or homeboy, what's next for you? You don't have to entertain everything that comes to you. And so that's another way of me protecting my peace. Sometimes I shut things down. Certain times people will call me and, girl, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? And I'm like, yeah, girl, I heard about it and it's terrible. And we may talk about it, but our whole conversation will not be about it. It won't. I just can't sit up here and gossip all day. We can do some other stuff, Let's say people gossip like hours and hours for a day. We could be doing something else, finding another side hustle, figuring out how I'm gonna build this business, or, if I need to put out some content for tomorrow, let me figure out what this content is gonna be about. We can do so much time, like we can do so many other things versus gossiping and, talking about somebody and things like that. So that's just another way of protecting your peace. For me, I just feel like people have to be very intentional on what they do, be very mindful of things that they say. And I think those are steps that can help you protect your peace. I think one of my major things as far as protecting my peace is being peaceful. I try to exude, happiness. I try to exude no negativity. I want my vibe to be, very calm. I want people to be able to come to me and I give them the good stuff. Of course, you gotta let them know the bad stuff. But my thing is we're talking about peace right now. And so I want to be peaceful because I want other people to be peaceful. So I want to exude that calmness. Like, we don't have to be in a chaotic situation. Let's calm down, let's talk about it, and let's figure out a plan together. And so when I say that, just get away from that chaotic thing. I don't know if it's in the Bible. I don't know if I've heard this somewhere, but if it's in chaos, then it's not meant for you. If you're going to a situation as far as a new business deal and it becomes super chaotic to where you're going home and you're thinking about it like, should I do this? Should I do that? All these outcomes can come from this and this and that. If it's too much, maybe it's just not meant for you. So just being mindful of the things that you partake in. If you want it to be peaceful, then allow it to be peaceful. If this is a situation where it's like, oh, I want peace. Well, go in there with a peaceful mind. Go in there calm. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Don't force anything, because when you force it, it becomes chaotic. And so that is it for me. I am actually going to do this more often. I think this was nice. People sending in all their different topics and discussions. It was great. I did take a picture of all of them so I can have them for future discussions and videos. But other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all and everything that you guys do when it comes to just supporting your girl. But other than that, thank you guys so much. Remember to share, comment, like, tell your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, your mama, your daddy, your papa, your grandpa, whomever. Just let the people know Real Talk with Bree is here. What's Good Podcast is here. And that is it. You guys have a great night, morning, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.